Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Alexa from CZT Simone Menzel. Today, the day of this recording, it is Thursday, which means it's Tangle Time Day. I should have probably given a fair warning before you turned on the video, in case you have one of those devices that has that name. Oh, we had so much fun talking about that. All right. Oh, so this is such a neat tangle. Such a neat tangle. A great one to lose yourself in. And just, it's brilliant. Okay. Starts off with, and it's all, frankly, seed shapes. And then you can go from there. So I got my right pen? Yes, I do. You know what? I'm just going to start right here because it doesn't matter where you start. Just start. And let's do a seed shape going this direction. And a seed shape, just by the way, curve line going one direction, curve line going the other direction. If you find yourself having a challenge with it, make sure to utilize the natural curve of your hand, right? So that way you get this curve, and then just turn the tile and get it the other way. You don't have to do that, but if you're having a challenge with it, that's a good way to have a little bit of a more of a consistent consistent curve. Curve is the word. Yes, indeed. Okay, so from here, and you can either, turn your tile so it's comfortable for you. You should always do that. But we're gonna, come out from this seed, perpendicular to the direction, or turn your tile 90 degrees, and we're going to start towards the center. Same thing, seed shape. If I actually turn the tile, then I might not miss, because half the time I miss. I end up going, wonder when I go this direction, it's like, well, I'm cutting it just shy or over, and then, but you can always, meet those ends up. It's all just fine. Okay, then from here, we're going to come from the middle of this and come down. And then I'm going to turn it again. Now, doing this, and we're going to kind of complete a square, so to speak. So you might want to aim, that's what I said, center-ish. And if it doesn't line up either, don't worry about it. It all doesn't matter. Okay, so this is essentially our basic, let's see, what does she have here? Basic, because I can't read, like element. So, this is it. And then you can, you grow it from there. And let me do that because, let me take that back. A finishing touch that you can do, and Simone does have it in the step out, but when you take a look at Simone's step out, link is in the description section. You'll notice in the samples, sometimes she does this and sometimes she doesn't. So it's, of course, up to you. And that is, you can aura or not this inside section like that. And it just looks neat when you do it. But then, like I said, you can grow this however you want. So it's like, oh, okay, well, here's an end. So I'm going to put a curve line, kind of trying to keep that in the center. And then, oh, well, look it. I'm going to put one right here. Oh, and right here. So I'm going to start here on this center and touch that. Also, on one of Simone's samples, she doesn't, she leaves this open, and then actually, and it's the one that's on like the reddish pinkish tile, and these aren't touching, and it looks really, really neat too. And like I said, then you just grow it, and you're just thinking, okay, well, here's a seed. All right, this middle is open, so let's put one down here. And oh, look at, oops, look at, I wrote on it because I almost lost the pen. Oh, and then, this one comes a little shy. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll try to make it a little fatter, so it's close. And you just keep going however you want to go. And it's just a lot of fun. Now, as I mentioned, we did this on our our sessions today, and I will show you my result in a moment. And let's see how far do I want to take this. So maybe like that, at least for now. I can always play with it after. And since I did that, yeah, you'll hardly see that little talk with the hands, but you should put the pen down when you talk with your hands, right? Yes, I should. I almost want to take it out, another thing, but I might do that. So then some, other fun that you can have is in, in the decorating phase. Oh, sometimes I wait a little while after we do our Tangle time to do the recording, and my brain kind of settles down. Yeah, but no, this was just way too much fun. I had to bring it. I do feel like I need to come out just a little bit more. Such a fun tangle. It's just, it's addictive in and of itself. It's like, oh, I don't know where to stop. I can't stop. I must keep going. But if you are using this, for a meditation, or to relax or whatever, this one is fantastic. Because, like I said, you can do things. There's no rhyme or reason for how you might want to do them. Oh, I kind of like how that looks better. And then let's fill these in. And, then, like for the outside, let's see, on one of them I did, which, I'm not quite done with, you could do this. You could either aura the entire thing. I'm going to aura just bits like this, at least for now, because I could always go back and fill in, and go all the way around if I decide to. So, because I'm just leaving myself open. And just as a suggestion, if you don't know what you want to do exactly, you have an idea, and this is why I will do things like this kind of in stages. Like, well, I'm leaving myself open. I'm trying what I'm thinking. And, if I decide I don't like it, I can, just continue those lines around. And, but I was thinking this would look neat. And I liked it on the other one that I did. So that this time, at least I do kind of know. All right. And then in any of these, we've essentially created a reticula. So, and depending on how large yours is, you could put tangles on inside the seeds, inside the little squares. It's completely up to you. I think I'm going to start with just shading. I'm thinking I might coffer these. Oh, well, why not? Let's just do it. And coffering is simply, I don't know where to take it in there because I didn't quite, look at, this is called thickening at the end. Okay, there we go. And I'm drawing a straight-ish line from corner to corner, and you see the neat effect that has. And then if you add some fun shading, it'll just, they could, I mean, it looks neat just period, but you can have fun with, like I said, the shading and decorating with those too. Make them look gem-y. Oh, my eyeballs are going. Let's get these outside ones too, because they count. All right. I'm sure I missed some, and if I did, I'm sure somebody is saying, "Hey, you missed a spot." No, well, I'm not seeing. Well, I always find it when I'm shading. So ooh, let's do this. Just because I'm having this thought. Let's shade those coffered sections. Okay, I'm going to hold it like this. So therefore, oh no, I'm going to do it this way. Because I always look for something that I have goofed up. And I'm going to do 2 sides of the coffering. And I know I have mentioned this before, and I'll mention it now because I never know if we have new people listening. One of the things with Zentangle is that we don't worry about, the light source when we're doing shading. It's we shade for the effect, but we don't worry about that. So don't stress out. When it comes to shading, I just pick a side or 2. And then just doing it consistently throughout. And actually, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm just going to bring that graphite in and do half of that whole thing. Yeah, and so here's an interesting thing, and something else that I like to do. And that is, so I added the graphite to here. But then I spread it out with the Tortillion into the center. That automatically makes this a bit lighter than this. And it's a neat way to do it so that way you're not having graphite remorse or anything. I do see one that I missed here. Oh, and then I should get, so let me get the others. So, and then I'm spreading that out with the Tortillion first and then bringing it up. And I'm not pushing as hard either on that. Okay, so if I'm doing it that way, then I'm better be consistent. I'll get all of these bits here. And, for the outside things, it's like, just play with it. Well, I'm apparently not going to get all of those. I'll have to figure out something else for those. Oh, actually, this one side, because that way I can get some shading in there. This side. Oops. Yeah, see, I don't have a bottom here, so that's why I had to think about it. But I can bring that graphite out a little bit as if. Sometimes you just have to make it up as you go. That is just how it works. And what was I was doing? The bottom. That's right. So that one would have one. It looks like just this one won't. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to do a little bit more so it doesn't look like a hot mess. Let's see what. Oh, sorry. As I'm tapping, I'm shaking everything. I know. Let's print humps or lines. I like them both. Well, let's just do print humps because I haven't done that in here. Could do orbs too, but I do like my print humps. Ooh, let's try just one. Sort of in the center. I can always add more. Because you can, just have it go all the way out to the side. Or sides, I should say. I can even extend it if I wish. That one I got some nice shading inside the seed that I wasn't intending. Although now it looks like eyeballs. Oh, looks like the Frodis. Sort of. So I think I'll add others. Or, no. I think I'll add, yeah. To the sides. If I have enough room. Or, no, yeah, I think I need to. Like this. Just small. nice thing is, if you just really don't like it, you can just fill it in. I love that about Zentangle. We got all kinds of options. And let's see how I'm liking that so far. Oh, yeah. Much better. Much better. Okay. You know, an additional fun thing, right? Not a fun fact, it's a fun thing. Is when you're not happy with something, finding ways to make yourself happy with it. And I find it to be a fun game, but then I am weird, and that's okay. You can go, oh, that's really neat, Heather. Uh-huh. All right. Oh, one more. Two more. And I'm feeling like it needs some contrast, but I don't know yet. And for that, well, I did the shading in, although I could fill in those boxes, even though I shaded into them. So, you know, you can go back over. It's up to you. Although, then I would have to do something to the outside. So, maybe not. I could. Don't you like how I'm thinking out loud with you? Could. Fill in one side. Add some dimension to the dimension. So we have light, medium, dark. Just to add, there's a tangle called cubine. You know, where you make something it looks like a cube. You know, it gives it depth, and that's one of the things that. That's how I always think about it with the shading, because it's like you're using the graphite, filling in with the pen, and just leaving it, you know, whatever the natural tile color is. There's some others that do that. I think jonquil is one. And it was one of those, if I don't like it, again, I can just fill in the whole thing. It's all good. Yeah, I don't know. Oops. Let's see. And too, if you're coloring in over something where there's graphite involved, or, you know, chalk pencil, or, you know, colored, you know, wax type pencil, have something handy. So I have, you know, paper towel that I have folded up, and then I put the tip in. I just spin the tip, you know, just being careful, but just to wipe off any of the graphite so it doesn't get clogged up. And if you do it periodically, it for me, it seems to, you know, save the pens, because sometimes I'll notice it's getting a little bit junked up, and I'm like, well, am I running out of ink? Well, I've never run out of ink. I usually run out of nib before I run out of ink. Yeah, and it's funny. I could just end up not liking this, fill in all of the thing. You'll already know what I have done. I say it and then I think about that. I was like, well, you've seen already, because you saw on the screen. Oh, that side. Oops, well, I might as well finish. I'm thinking it looks a little weird because, you know, these, you know, two sides. Well, no, it doesn't. Wait, this is one of those, wait till it's all done before you make a decision on if it's looking good. Because I was thinking no, but now, oh, let's get this one. It's creating kind of a neat effect with the coffee, even though it's just on the one side. It's adding some extra depth, and that's what I was hoping for, besides adding some contrast, which, like I said, is always nice to do. sure I'm just getting it on that one side, but here, because I was doing graphite here, that's what I missed. And then we can bring it, oh, actually, I was making that darker, wasn't I? Yes, I was. Okay. And you know, because these parts look funny, I'm just going to add some bits of graphite like this, just in the open areas. Because I was just looking like, oh, it looks dirty. It just doesn't look right. And now, oh, sorry, was I off the, oh, here, see what I'm doing? Uh-huh. Sheesh. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera, obviously. And this, I'm supposed to be paying attention to help me be reminded as to where I'm supposed to keep it lined up. Oh, oh, I get carried away. And it's a good carried away. All right. Yeah. Yep, like it. Okay, there we go. This is two, I think one of those that, okay, even if I don't so much, when I go back and look at it later, I'll be like, oh, look at how neat that is. I'm debating on doing that, the top, because maybe it doesn't need, I don't know. It is kind of interesting with just the one side done, because then it kind of emphasizes those. I don't know. It's just fun. And it's also an exercise, and just don't worry about it. Just leave it. It's all good. All right. Yeah, this one, we spent more time decorating than we did the actual tangle, which is totally fun. All right. So I mentioned we did this in our sessions today. Here is the first one that I did. I wanted to do, and I usually don't, we call it going rogue. I usually don't do something completely different-ish because I'm, we're leading this and I should be demonstrating. And I did, but everybody that's used to, is doing their own thing anyway. But it's still, I started off normal and then I just kind of went kind of crazy with it, doing the outside first. And then it's one of those, it doesn't matter what you end up doing. And so I kept with the principle, at least at first, of doing it, here's 4, okay, here's, oh, and I keep adding on. And around the ring, I think I got it pretty much with, the way the step outs are laid out. And then I just kept adding and growing however I wanted to. And if I couldn't quite fit in, another seed, so it would be, so I'd have it, where the tips are, in the middle of the surrounding seeds. You just stopped. I didn't do it. Didn't do one there. I just went to somewhere else. So it's just kind of neat, organic feature of this tangle is you can have it go however you want. All right. And then this was the second one. And I wanted to start from the center. So I had a nice start in the center. And it just went out and as far as I wanted to, and it's not quite done yet, but done enough that I'm proud to show it to you. So, it's one of those, I think I'm going to add the printouts, but I think I'm going to do it in the background because that looks so neat. But we shall see. We shall see. All right. So if you enjoyed this, please click the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber on the channel. In the description section, I'm like, which way did I have it? I had it that way. In the description section, you will find links to the step outs, as I mentioned. Also, below those, my link tree, you will find that link where it has all of my links, and it's a really neat, it's a neat program, and I'm just using the free version because I was just messing around with it because I'd heard about it. If you have a bunch of links, if you do something, I think there's probably a link on there because I'm using the free version, and go have fun with it. It's really, really neat idea. So there you'll find links to my website where you can follow my blog. That's where, if you're interested in seeing the results, I post session recaps daily tangle, things like that is what my posts are right now. And then like sometimes an occasional extra fun thing, but that's pretty much what I do. And then links to my Facebook page. That one is in the icons, and you can follow me there for classes, so you'll get notice of when I post new sessions. And then, like I said, you can sign up there. And also, if you're on Facebook, we have a Tangle Addicts community private group, and would love to have you join. It's such a fun, supportive group of people. And the phrase I have been using is that it's a nice, safe space to share your work. And I say that because, and not that I've not seen any other, because I'm on some other Zentangle groups, and not that there's anybody that's, critical or mean or anything, but I'm so tickled with the way this group has developed just naturally. And we all understand that it's about your journey. It's not about, how great, something looks or doesn't look. We don't compare to each other. We learn from each other. We inspire each other. And a lot of times things that, are inspiring will turn into a class. So, it's like, well, I want to learn how to do that. Okay, well, I'll do a class. Those ones are, fortunately, are have a fee usually. But we always try to throw stuff in just in general. And it's, we have a lot of fun. And our tangling experience is expanded. It's really, really good. So join us there. Their other links are self-explanatory. My other social media, other information. I do have a couple shopping links, and if you're interested, if you buy stuff, you have to check if you're overseas. I think you just have to check with them. I think there's a way, to order from them if you want. I get a little kickback. Actually, the Lindy's Magicals gives you a kickback if you use my code or my link, and I think it was maybe like 10% or something like that. Like you get a discount. I just get, they throw me a little something for advertising, for them, for putting links and stuff. So it helps me a little bit. And if you're so inclined, if you're shopping anyway, it doesn't cost you any more. And like I said, and on the Lindy's, that will actually cost you less. So that's a really cool idea. All right. So with that, everything else, like I said, self-explanatory, the whole like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all of that kind of thing. I appreciate any and all of those activities, as it helps to, tell the algorithm that, hey, other people like you might, like to see this. And so then it gets shared. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching and having fun. And I wish you happy tangling.